like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Who alive can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try studying me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat, you'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious, release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon, stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn, and I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick
phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And morning, Cosmic Dorkden. I just decided to do this. Honestly, it was very low, very low production value here over at the Dargan area. But you know, it's enough. It's enough for us to enjoy our day. It is currently Saturday. I figured that people might be busy today, or if you're not busy, then drop on by in the chat. I usually watch that. I watch over that. And make sure to like and subscribe and all that good shit. There are a lot of dropped frames, so hopefully I'm coming in okay. Might need to delay the stream. How terrible this thing is. Let's see here. It's saying that I have an error encoding. Oh, whoops. I forgot that I was on the Discords for a second. That might help us. Turning down video settings or using fast. Okay. Hey, memes of destruction coming in. Not much. I'm just about to take on my take on current events. A little bit of a rant and stuff. There's not really much to see this time around. So, for the most part, this is going to be mainly just me talking. We might cover some stuff, like if somebody bends my ear to, look at an article or something like that, then yeah, I'll be more than happy to do that. But right now, it's just kind of going off script, really. Just gonna rant about current events. I mean, okay, so we got the Democrats, the Democratic Party, currently trying to tell us, and you can do some digging on this. I might bring it up, but currently trying to tell us about how the economy's better than it's ever been. And there's a few places that they're trying to say that, the American people have spending or buying power. I mean, they keep saying that, and let me tell you something about economics, okay? All right, we got you got your obvious supply and you got your demand, right? Well, if there is a high demand, if there's a lot of people throwing money at the problem, then that means that it will have a especially if it has a low supply, then the price goes up. Now, if you look at a lot of the stuff that Joe Biden's put into play, we have our workers, and we've told our workers, hey, we'll pay you to stop working. And they did. And then, no workers means low production. Well, low production means short supply. Short supply plus high demand equals inflation. I mean, if anybody wants to, argue that fact, then they can. But ultimately, that's what's happening, and everyone with the dollar is currently hurting rather harshly. Of course, there's people like that are in Bitcoin, and if you're in Bitcoin, then good for you. I'm personally, I put in like a little bit of money every once in a while to my crypto wallet, and I actually managed to get all right results. I mean, I might talk about that a little bit later, but um, it boils down to that. Now, we have the workforce is currently staying at home. Hey, Spooky Bed Hair. Let's see here. Spooky Bed Hair says, hey, Vance. Howdy. The memes of destruction. Fancy seeing you here. Hey, how's it going? Good morning. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. But, that's just elementary school economics to know that much. And whenever you have these restrictions on quite a few different areas, then especially restrictions to produce a product, especially a product that's in high demand, it's ultimately going to get the results that we have now. Past 2 years and 2 presidents, we've printed like 12 trillion. Yeah. I mean, we're currently in the middle of just an economic collapse in the near future, especially with with who we have in the lead, who doesn't know fuck all about economics. I mean, for fuck's sake, you can look back on my takes on Trump a few years ago, and you would notice that I didn't like Trump. I definitely don't like Biden. Now, do I think that Trump has a better business mindset than Sleepy Joe over here? Yeah, actually. Yes, I do. But whenever I say that we have paid people not to work and then we're expecting them to go back to work, some people might go, but Vash, there isn't any jobs. There isn't enough jobs. Currently, you can do some digging yourself, but there is around 10 million job openings, and over only around 6 million people in the in the job force age are actually looking for work. I've been working through the entirety of the pandemic. I mean, for the most part, since I've been gone, that's pretty much all I've done is work and sleep. So I don't really understand that completely. Now maybe I'm in a region that I just so happen to have lucked across jobs. Or maybe I was dedicated enough to fucking find any job that I could to provide for the people that I love. Who knows? Who really knows? But we've gotten a lot of people that aren't working. And I hate sounding like a broken record there. But that's the most important part. If you don't have the blood of the factory, which are the workers, you don't have production. If you don't have production, you don't have supply. I mean, I'm a fucking moron, and I can think of that. Hey, what up, Will? How's it going? Hopefully you're having a good morning. But, you know, I'm a goddamn moron who has a fucking comic book character that I parade around as. And even I can see that. Like, now, we have people that are currently in. Has anybody looked back on the older news questions where the news was actually allowed to hound the person that was up there? They were allowed to oppose the speaker that was there whenever they were taking questions. Does anybody remember when that stopped? Let me ask that to chat. I'm sure that, let's see how many people. Am I talking to the void? Let's take a look. We got a couple people watching. Can anybody answer me that? Can anybody tell me when the last time was that we were able to do that? Because I remember it around 6 years ago. Somewhere around 6 years ago, we were able to oppose through journalistic integrity. We were able to ask hard-hitting questions to the people that are leading us. That only took 6 years to take away, guys. Like, let's see here. Will Kincaid says 2020. I mean, there was a little bit of that. But, like an example of 2020 and 2021 was whenever they said, I have and as usual, this is Joe Biden's words, I can't find this video, otherwise I would play it, but it seems to have been rather hard to find recently. I wonder why. But where Joe is talking into the mic and he says, like usual, I have a list of people who I'm going to be calling on, which shows that the whole damn thing's scripted. I mean, it's that is one thing I'm kind of grateful for Joe being around for. That's the seeing the machine that is our government media. Kind of seeing how that works. It's rather interesting because all they're doing is just they've just been feeding the American people propaganda, little whispers in their ears. But with the internet now, I mean, you can't do that anymore, or at least it makes it a little bit harder to go unnoticed. For the most part. But let's see here. It's okay. It's saying that my bit rate's too high. All right. It says to tone it down to. Okay. All right. Yeah, I get it. I now know what that is. Joseph Mingle by Min. I mean, this is Orwellian levels of fucked up if anybody's actually thought about it. If anybody's actually looked into what has been happening and what's truly going on, we are fucking screwed, guys. We really are. Like, there is nothing we can do about it either. Joe Biden is a dictator. Well, no, 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 no. I mean, he is the champion of the people. He he is the one who is guided by our prophet Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Vash just used StreamYard. No! No! Well, maybe. But no! I'm gonna be a stubborn old bastard. I don't like change. But we actually, now that I think about it more, we might watch a couple videos. There's a couple things that we can watch to end off the stream, but we got plenty of time before then. It's not Orwellian, it's coronatarian. That's a good pun. But yeah, we got plenty of time. Let's see. What else is on my mind? Let's see here. Well, XRP is back on Coinbase. Yeah, we're talking about crypto. I suggest people invest in XRP before it starts shooting up because it's now on a new platform, which means new investors. It might have just a short jump, but it is a thing. It's also got a piece of paperwork that's blocking it from shooting and rocketing. But it's currently, last time I checked, was at like $1.10. Um, which is actually really good. I've been watching it since it was 33 cents. Let's see here. Another one that's been rocketing up, and it last time I checked, it was at almost $1. Was Brave browser, the Brave coin, the BAT, which I thoroughly support. You can get Brave browser for free. You can get free crypto that way monthly. It's a great little program. Um, I might put my crypto stuff at the bottom too, but that is a thing. Let's see here. Looking at the chat again. Let's take a look. Why is it on top chat? Maybe that's moving it to live chat. Maybe that was the little issue there. Okay. We're heading for a depression, and there's not really anything we can do about it. Yep. Also, Facebook's name change to Meta. Did it? Is that a thing? Huh. Okay. Well, I mean that's a thing. Um. But yeah, we just it's dark. It's gloomy. But going back to crypto. We got the Brave browser. Brave browser, I wouldn't say that you should be a new investor right now. Brave's going to be dropping a little bit, but currently it is in a huge bull rush. Yes, that is right. It is in a huge bull rush. I would say to wait until the bulls kind of rest, but Brave browser is looking fucking beautiful. Um, Bitcoin is due to rush up. I'm not sure how large, but I believe it's going to be over 65,000 in the near future, possibly a month or so. I would say if you have it, wait until around February, like February, March, and then sell it. Because currently it's around 61,000. It's going to be looking like it's going to try and breach an all-time high really soon. I'm not really sure exactly when that's going to happen, but I'm anticipating it happening very soon. And we also have Ethereum is also going to shoot up, as well as Cardano or ADA. Ethereum would be ETH. All of these are very good. Very, very good cryptocurrencies to go with. The Shiba coin, I'm a bit skeptical on. I mean, if you want to put your money in on it, you can. I wouldn't. I wouldn't blame you. Putting in like around $100 into that. You might be a great thing. Let's see. Let me go ahead and take a look at the chat. It's in the process because Facebook did bad. We're going to skip recession and go straight to crippling depression. Invest in Charmin. Winter is coming. That's the other thing. We have stopped investing in that can actually segue a little bit. We've stopped investing in natural gas and fossil fuels recently. Now, what are they gonna do? Like, are they going to put solar panels on their houses in Washington or England, where where there's absolutely no fucking sunlight, hardly ever at all? Um, there's a lot of people don't understand that some of those things that we wish to have happen, they come at a heavy, heavy price. They come from mines that we are stripping the earth from anyway. Like the batteries for the Tesla or electric cars, those are not eco-friendly. They they are destroying our world just as much as the actually we usually have a few people that are a bit younger around here usually, at least younger than me. uh One of the things that I was raised into figuring out why I didn't want to be one of the green bros, or whatever you want to, however you want to say it, um, was originally in the 80s. There is a thing where we had the, or no, we'll go back a little bit further. We'll go back to like the 60s and 70s. Back into Beaver Cleaver Town, all right? Back whenever we didn't even have a TV. We had a radio. We had a razor blades that we would shave with, and they were, well, I can't say we. I wasn't a part of this generation. They had razor blades that were really, really, really thin metal. They were sharp as shit, really thin. Normally had two sides to it. The industrial goth scene and EDM has these types of razor blades as their little design thing. But ultimately, it was those types of razors that we would shave our faces with, and we would throw them away. They would be just one little thing, and we'd throw them away. And we would generally have those little itty bitty just fucking pieces of metal. And people complained about that. They were saying that it was harmful to the environment. We can't have those little pieces of metal by themselves. That could hurt somebody. You know, some people might be putting them in apples. You know, or whatever the fuck. There was a lot of different narratives on it. Well, they have a problem and they couldn't come up with a solution. So the industry comes up with a solution. Okay, well we're gonna take two of those really thin. We're gonna take two of those really thin razors. We're gonna make them a little bit thinner. We're gonna make them as skinny as possible, and we're gonna put a big old bunch of plastic around them, and that'll be helpful for our environment, right? Well, now, hindsight's always 2020. But now we have landfills full of those types of razors. Full of them. And we're having to deal with that problem. We're no longer having to deal with the little razor blades. I mean, we still do that because, there's the people that scrape paint and all that stuff. So there's still those razor blades in other places. But now we also have the shaving razors that we also have to deal with, along with the plastic bits that they add onto it. I mean, there was a lot of different solutions to this, and no one did it. Let's see here. We look at we look into. All right. Well, we're gonna have windmills, wind power. Wind power is a great idea. Just put up a fucking windmill. Wind blows, wind's always there, so we'll have constant electricity. That's the idea, right? That's the idea of it. Unfortunately, they actually pollute a lot worse. I mean, whenever they're running fine, yeah, great. But, we don't live in Walgreens. We don't have everything always running all the time. Whenever they break down, they break down. And those things will just burn. And as it's turning, it'll have smoke emissions going directly into the very wind that we're wanting to fuel. So, that's not the best idea. Let's see here. We could try something with the earth, maybe. Like using the heat of the earth, but I don't know what the hell problem that's going to cause. Maybe some radiation leak or some shit. I don't know. But let's take a look at the chat again. We got meme saying Aloha Will. Probably left and come back eventually. We got Will Kincaid saying freedom. Okay, well, actually, let me scroll up a little bit. Okay, Cosmic Dorksian says invest in seeds this spring. Invest in farmers. Yes, I do completely agree. We should put in. We should definitely put in the put in on farmers and definitely trade. Local communities will be a resurgence. We will need that. But my friend put in $9, now has $66 to Shiba Coin. Yes, I can see that being a long-term thing. Like, but I would also say to, whenever you're hitting those profits, you have to take out so that way you're in the positive. Kind of like gambling. Shut up, Cosmic Dorkin. But kind of like gambling. You want to hedge your bets. Will Kincaid says, I'm going to build a fracking in the middle of the Hudson River and just wait for the eco cops to try and take my land. I'm gonna be dressed like the guy from William Wallace. Freedom! Well, I mean, they might shoot your dog first, especially if you're gonna be around the Hudson. I mean, can we talk about Cuomo? Can we talk about him for a second? I think we can. Can we talk about Mr. Nipple Bars? Mr. Totally Not Mafia Run? Like, can you imagine the balls on you to try and say, "Hey, I put in my 2 weeks notice." Yeah. Whenever you're gonna be thrown out. Like, really? Holy shit. Goddamn. Alright, looking back, the means of destruction, we are making great strides in fusion. Nuclear fusion, yeah. I mean, a little bit. Currently, we don't have any fucking workers, but you know, we would if we had more scientists. We would definitely be putting in a lot more strides than what we do now. Let's see here. Elemental Heroes, says Will Kincaid. Yeah. Cosmic Dork Den, have a wreck and a nuclear meltdown and explosion. Yeah. Will Kincaid says, melt them down and sell them to China. Problem solved. I'm thinking he's talking about those razors. I mean, that's what I was thinking, but apparently it was like a certain alloy or something that they were making. It was like a cheap metal that they apparently couldn't remake, or it would take more money to remake it. Much in the same way that it takes around 8 cents to make a nickel. Now, if you can figure out how that makes sense, tell me. But let's see here. Meltdown. Yeah, we already read that. Cosmic Dorkden says, then we replace them with plastic. Yes. Okay, so that's the razor blade part. What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. Goddamn right. Cosmic Dorkden, landfills full of turbine blades. Yeah, yeah. There's entire landfills full of the turbine blades. I mean, it was a great idea on paper, but just like communism, it doesn't work and whenever you put it to reality. At least, okay, I'll take that back. Communism works as long as as long as you got like only about 50 to 60 people. The moment that it goes into 100, it's fucked. But small groups, yeah, sure, it'll work fine. That's the reason why communities are a good thing. But let's see here. We got Will Kincaid says alternative energy idea, a car, but it runs on Brian Mullen's conspiracy theories. Oh God, is he even around anymore? Like, I think I kind of chased him off whenever he admitted that he stole. Whenever he himself admitted that he stole the art. Let's see here. Geothermal, yes, that was the thing that I was trying to talk about like quite a few minutes ago. Cosmic Dorkden, LOL. I'm glad that you're laughing. Will Kincaid says, Cuomo, my former boss, rest in piss. Tuh. Yeah, I added the tuh in case anybody was wondering. Since I don't have the chat up, I mainly don't have the chat up because I didn't feel like making the fucking widget. This laptop that I'm running this off of is absolute garbage tier. But we are about to reach the 45-minute mark of me just blabbering about current events. Let's see here. We covered crypto. We covered current events, at least a little bit. Let's go over to Marvel. Let's go over to Marvel. Let's talk about Marvel for a second. Has anyone seen the yeah, I saw him on Twitch. Huh. Wow. I bet he probably uses some sort of small difference on the icon. But yeah, let's talk about Marvel, guys. You guys know that they had a movie come out called the Eternals. Oh, it's absolute garbage. I've looked at a couple of different videos about it, and honestly, like, okay, this is now keep in mind to those that might watch my stream, uh, whenever whenever you guys watch this, I don't fucking know. It could be like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't fucking know. But whenever you watch this, understand that I'm a bisexual man. So I'm just saying that before I get into this topic. But I was looking at how they were trying to amp it up because you can tell roughly how the movie's going to be by listening to the people that are trying to hype it. And for some reason, they decided to bring in the mouth breather Kristen Stewart to talk about it, and she was saying about how I don't know anything about that movie. I'm just glad that it has gay people in it. That alone, right there, just hearing that out of the whole like LGBT thing shows that they are basically the form of how they are on Twitter. It really does. I'm not going to pay to watch this movie. And the other thing that Marvel fucked up on is that no one knows who the Eternals are. I will pay the first person to come up to me that isn't fucking 40 to not only tell me the Eternals, but show me a comic book. Show me a comic book that they have of the Eternals. You know? Just show me one of those. Because the Eternals were for the in-depth comic fans. And the other thing is you're going to tell me that these people that have godlike powers, godlike superpowers, they're meant to protect the universe, or at least the world. I don't know the plot. Honestly, I don't know much about the Eternals. Like I said, I don't know much about them. But you're going to tell me that these guys are a part of the MCU. Half of the universe was in danger from Thanos. And they were just fucking... What were they doing? Were they just sitting there going like... like, you know? That's one of the plot holes. The second thing is one of the highlights that people were hyping up was that there's a gay couple and they have a kid. There's a gay couple and they have a kid. And that saves lives. That saves lives, guys. That's gonna save lives. Who the fuck is watching a superhero film that's homophobic, that goes in and going like, oh, well, I hate faggots? I get at least two of those, by the way, Susan. I am allowed to say that word twice. Don't you fucking take down my stream. But, you know, somebody saying that, like, oh, well, I hate these people, you know, I hate gays. And they watch a movie that has, like, two dads with a kid, and they go, oh, this has changed my entire perception. Let's see here. Superhero films are going the way of the Western film. Need a nap. I'll catch this later. Alright, see you later, Will. But, something like that. They're not going to change just because they saw that film. They're not. They explained the Thanos thing in the trailer. Okay, alright, cool. Like I said, I didn't do much research about it. I've just been watching everybody screeching about it and saying different things about the woketivism part. And honestly, like somebody might say, Vash, are you gonna at least give it a chance? You gonna at least look at it? And to that I say, well, I might. I'll give it a watch. I'm not gonna pay $15 for it, but I might give it a watch, just to see what's going on there. Just out of morbid curiosity. But ultimately, I think that from what I've been seeing, is it bombed. And the reason why is because they're starting to. I hope that they're starting to understand that these people that are screeching and wanting change and being so offended, they're not the people that are buying your shit. They aren't the comic book fans. They're not the ones that will stand there for, 3 hours just to get a fucking signature from the writer. Those aren't the people. And it's become blatantly aware that the woke shit is not working. Superhero films are going the way of the Western film. Yeah, yeah. I mean, no. Well, kinda. Kinda. I would agree somewhat to that statement. Because honestly, I think that they are going in the sense that they're just fucking dead. Like, at least a Western film, you can come up and make another Western film, and there will be an audience. There will. But there is no longer an audience for this anymore. Cthulhu comes in. I haven't watched a superhero comic book movie in like ages. They tend to be boring as shit. At least the new modern ones. I got my entertainment from a recent JRPG and beat it practically on release day. Fucking good for you, man. Speaking of JRPG, or at least Asia, uh, did anybody know that there was a princess of Japan? Anybody know about that? Am I the last to the party there? Because I didn't fucking know. But she married a commoner. And that's good for her. I think it's Princess Yuko. I think is her name. But yeah, she married a commoner. That's nice. That's nice. Um, let's see. Definitely good for him. Uh, would marrying a princess like that. I would watch my back, but yeah, good for him. He gets to live out the dream of marrying, of rescuing the princess, so to speak. Uh, but let's see here. Um, honestly, I believe that Hollywood is going to die completely. We're going to have the indie movie scene go up a little bit more. And I think that Korea is going to be the new movie place. I think that Korea is gonna be shelling out those movies and gonna be the new Hollywood. And honestly, I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. Like let them be Hollywood. I don't give a shit. Um, just don't make all of the movies into K-pop, please. I mean, I like K-pop, but for the love of God. Let's see here. Well, Japan is the only imperial monarchy. Yeah, I know, right? That was I was pleasantly uh, shocked that was a thing. But I thought that it was something that I should mention. Let's see. Um, but yeah, we're why is it that you're saying this, Vash? Where are you getting your knowledge from there? Well, I've been watching the Hollywood movies and noticing that a lot of them are shit. And then I would go over and I'd watch these Korean movies. Like, I mean, everybody's seen Squid Game recently. Uh, but there's a lot of other Korean shows and series that's actually pretty fucking kick ass. One of them being being Sweet Home was one of my personal favorites. Um, like there's been a lot of things from the indie scene that's been coming out recently that's fairly awesome. In video games as well. Um, let's see. Take a look at the look at the chats real quick. Look at my analytics for a second. And yeah, all right, cool, cool. There's some people watching. We got a couple. We got a couple. Not too many, but that's okay. I like quality more than quality. Or no, I like quality more than quantity. I like quality more than quality. What the fuck? Um, recently, there's gonna be a fight tonight. Uh, and I placed a small bet on my bookie. The free play money, like there was like $10. So if I win, then I get like 27. But if I lose, I don't lose anything. It's kind of a cool thing. Um, but yeah, there's a UFC fight, and I can't remember who it was. One of them had a strange name that I just can't fucking remember. And then there was another one that was like, I think his name is Glover. I mean, shit. I just chose to. I was just like, all right, well, I'll put my money on this guy, and hopefully he'll win. But I've also been thinking about placing my bets on football games that are like the notoriously crappy teams. Like, you know, bet against the Browns, bet against stuff like that. Um, let's see here. Uh, but yeah, the Korea's taking over. At least whenever it comes to movies, and I'm okay with that. I want my anime movies. That's cool. Um, not really sure what else to talk about completely. I mean, we can take a look at what's going on in the world today. See what kind of madness is happening. I'm not really sure what's going to be going on. Let me take a look at the chat again. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm ignoring you or feel like there's any dead air. I know that like 20 seconds of dead air feels like an eternity in a live stream, but there's a couple times where I just can't just keep chattering, especially whenever I'm just chattering at the air. But let's see here. Most people who seen or hype Squid Game haven't seen Battle Royale. Yeah, I've heard that one's really good too. I mean, I don't super hype Squid Game, but I thought that one was cool. I also really enjoyed like if we're gonna pick out Squid Game versus like a different one, I think Battle Royale was better, but I honestly think that Alice in Borderland was better than both of those. But that's just my personal preference. I thought it was really cool. There was a lot of things that I couldn't really think to or didn't think about until like a couple months after I watched it. So it was one of those that really made me think for a while, which is that's good for a show or a movie. It's always good. We covered my little rants about supply and demand. We covered a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Um, hmm. Talked about Marvel. Not really sure what else to say. I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words, guys. But I can put up something for us to all watch. But I'll save that for another time. I'll probably organize something in the near future just to make it a bit better of a stream. This was just one of my quick streams, just to bam and have it going. Sorry it wasn't as comedic as my last stream. This is more of a serious, but if you guys like it, make sure to leave a like on the video. Like, actually leave a like, leave like a comment or something if you guys didn't make it live. Like, I really appreciate those. I do read them. I know, it's stupid that a lot of people are like, yeah, I read my comments and I read them all the time. But yes, I actually don't have that many comments, so yes, I do actually read them. Yeah, there's shit. Not really much that I can think of. Let's see here. Battle Royale got like a international ban for like 10 years. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. Um, yeah, that's about all I have for today. But I hope you guys have a good morning. I hope that everything goes your way. Oh, well, actually, no. Since it's about Halloween, I have one last rant before I actually leave, and that is, what the hell is up with the Mike Myers being homophobic thing? Like, people are saying that he's homophobic because he killed a gay couple. Um, that's retarded. The reason why I say that is because it's just like the Pennywise thing. Like how Pennywise would show somebody's fear, and that was somebody when in the opening scene of that movie, it showed Pennywise come up and say very very homophobic things to a gay couple that was in Derry, and there was a few people that decided to be violent to this one gay guy or this gay couple, which Pennywise eventually eats after harvesting that type of fear. Like, it was a creature of fear. It was somebody that was taking over and all that good stuff. Well, Mike Myers doesn't give a shit about whether the person's gay or not. They're a person that's in his way. He's gonna kill them. It's that simple. Pennywise is homophobic too. Yeah, exactly. Um, Ultimately, I just believe that is stupid. I think that people saying that just because a villain or a monster from a monster movie or a slasher movie or like uh I don't feel like they should be thinking that. Like, honestly, I think that it should be quite the opposite. I think that they should feel happy that they were included. That they were included in on the in on the thing. Like, whatever happened to like the reason why Day of the Dead or no Night of the Living Dead, the original, the black and white. The reason why it was so controversial and groundbreaking was Cthulhu says Tim Curry's Pennywise is better. Yes, I do agree. Tim Curry is a legend, but like I was saying though, like the reason why it was so groundbreaking to for that film of that time was because you had a white woman and a black man inside the same house acting like they were equals. Okay? I will say that again. For Night of the Living Dead, you had a black woman and a white, or no, you had a black man and a white woman that were in the same house. Now, looking at it from our perspective, that's fucking okay, cool. We don't really care. It's not that groundbreaking anymore. It's not a big deal. But back then, it was a huge deal. It was a big thing. Just like the Shatner kissing a black female. It was a huge thing. Okay? Now a lot of people are like, "Well, why are you comparing the two?" Because both of them were in film. If I want to normalize like being gay, I'm going to get fucking Mike Myers or Jason or fucking Freddy to kill a couple gay dudes because that would normalize it. Because then it just wouldn't be the stereotype of having, like, Tom and Susie and they're about to get it on and then Jason stabs through. I mean, don't do it, but now you can have, like, two guys cornholing and one of them gets fucking stabbed. Like it's the whole thing. It's just a little bit different. I don't get why that's a bad thing. I think that's stupid. But you guys have heard me rant long enough. You're a great audience. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. And thank you. And if you came in late, then make sure to drop by and leave a like, say hi in the comment. Tell me what to cover. Tell me what to especially if you've been to the end. If you've listened to me ramble like this for a whole hour and 11 minutes, holy fuck. But make sure to leave a comment. Make sure to engage me. Like there's plenty of different ways to